Hey guys, so it is Monday, March 23rd, and I'm actually getting ready to go to work. I wanted to kind of touch base with you guys, talk to you a little bit about what life has been like the last few days. I haven't left the house in like 5 days. Doug and I have been under basically like social isolation / self-quarantine for the last 5 days. And even though I've not left my house, I haven't cleaned this room, so don't judge. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the things that we've been doing and the things that I will be doing coming and going from work and kind of what life has been like. So let me just run through this real quick. To catch you all up, as you all know, COVID-19 is a serious threat in the United States. We have cases in my state, in my county, at my hospital. So I have not yet been responsible for the direct care of anyone with COVID, and I've generally been staying like away from everyone. I made myself a little list because I need to be quick, and I made this last night while I was laying in bed, but I didn't want to record it when I was laying in bed because, you know. Been doing the social distancing, self-isolation, so we're basically only going to and from work right now. Doug is on furlough, and I have had just my regular schedule, which is not very much lately anyway, so I feel kind of blessed. I do feel a little like a coward for not picking up overtime, but I want to reduce my exposure as much as possible. I'm doing my part by staying home. Last time we grocery shopped was 4 days ago, and then I did a grocery run 2 days before that. We're blessed that we have food. We don't plan on shopping again until we're like real low on a lot of stuff. I do have some things still to be delivered by Amazon that I ordered a while ago, and they're just taking a while. I'll be glad to see those deliveries arrive. Okay, we've actually been pretty lucky on the food front because we both like to cook, and we're both decent cooks, and we like to eat weird shit, frankly. So a lot of the stuff that we buy regularly is not being bought up en masse. So I was really happy to see that at my grocery store in my very white neighborhood, all of the ethnic food was in full stock. So we're just going to be eating a lot of like really good pre-made Indian food. I feel blessed that I haven't been scrambling to get the last few boxes of Hamburger Helper because we don't eat that anyway. No shame to those of you that don't know how to cook. I encourage you to learn how to cook. There are a lot of YouTube videos out there, so make your own food. There's a lot of talk that there's not really much foodborne pathogen risk here, but still we want to keep everything kind of self-contained. I don't shame anyone for eating out, but at this point we're just not doing it. We're trying to keep our little bubble unpopped. Let's see, so I'm like, what did I write? I wrote this list in the middle of the night. I generally keep a decent stock of everything anyway. I mean, I'm not a doomsday planner or an extreme couponer or anything, but when this all happened, we had cleaning supplies and rubbing alcohol and paper towel and toilet paper. Like, we had all these things, so I didn't have to like go out and panic shop. If you have lots and lots of things, you should consider sharing them. Donate stuff to your food pantries if those are still in operation. I hope those are still in operation. If you have, extra stuff, look to local organizations, see if they need it. Nursing homes, disability care centers, that sort of thing. Plan for shoes and scrubs. Oh yeah. I think I'm going to add a third layer to this, wherein I'm going to change my shoes in the parking ramp and stick my my to and from the unit shoes in a plastic bag in the trunk. It might seem excessive, but I'm just going to do it. So basically, I'm going to, after I give a report, I'm going to go to the locker room, change out of my unit shoes into my walking out shoes. I'm going to go to my car, pop the trunk, put my shoes in a plastic bag, and put on some slides that I can just wear from my car into the house. That way I can absolutely guarantee that I'm not bringing any shit into the house, and I might just continue that habit when all this is over, because you never know when a new resistant bacteria is gonna pop up. I don't know, some might say it's excessive, but I don't really want to take any chances, so I'm okay with that extra one step. Money spending to essential only. Oh yeah, so this has been kind of a back and forth that I've had in my head, is that I want to support local businesses, but also I really just want to conserve as much money as possible. And even before Doug and I were faced with the choice to kind of self-quarantine, we already were trying to eat out less. We have become too dependent on spending a lot of money for people to prepare food that we can prepare ourselves. But as of right now, we're not eating out at all. And it's actually been really good for my bank account. Keeping occupied and keeping streams of communication open. So this is kind of a double. So between my partner and I, we have just tried to be really good about communicating with each other, even when it comes to like how we're feeling, what we need from each other, what we want the space to be like, whether or not we need alone time, because we live in an apartment. We do have 2 bedrooms. This is one of them. This is like my office, closet, art space, studio, whatever. But sometimes it's okay to say to your partner, like, hey, I just need to go be by myself and watch some YouTube videos. So we've been doing the alone time as well as the together time. We've also, a lot of people have done this as well. I've encouraged FaceTiming. Like, yeah, we can just call and talk to our moms, but I'm trying to video chat as much as possible because it's important to feel that extra level of connection. I just think it's nice to be able to see the faces of the people that you care about. So I've tried to instigate some video chats with people that are close to me, but I also talk to people all the time by text and Snapchat, so it doesn't feel so urgent. But when I'm done recording this, which this is getting kind of long, but when I'm done recording this, I'm actually gonna message my mom. What else? Indoor exercise. I haven't really done much of this, but I feel like it's time to bust the Wii out again. I mean, it's out, but I don't really play it much, so I think I'm gonna start playing Wii tennis again. At one point I was so good that I could play doubles tennis. That's not a COVID cough, I just aspirated on my own saliva. For a while I was really good at that, so I should get that out again, just to like get moving a little bit, do some yoga. But I'm gonna be walking my ass off at work tonight, I'm guessing, so I'll get some steps in. I don't even want to look at my step count. It's probably been really pathetic the last few days. Like, you walked 50 steps today. And then last but not least, I've been trying to like be really consistent with my vitamins and my supplements. I've been trying to make smoothies with greens powder in them, making sure I'm getting water. Also, I'm about to take my antihistamine because I read something that said that just in general, this time of year, if you have allergies, which I have sometimes very strong allergy symptoms, they say that if you keep your allergies, your seasonal allergies under control, makes you less likely to contract really any kind of contagious illness. Because if you don't have extra, like, basically like snot in your sinuses, snot, boogers, whatever, mucus is a really great medium for growing bacteria. I'm going to try to keep that to a minimum as well. So I'm going to take my vitamins, my antihistamines, throw my prepared lunch into my lunch bag, and get ready to go. So I'm going to try to show you as much as I can, but I never know what security is going to be like and if I can get away with like walking around with a camera in my hand. Let's try it. I don't have my student tonight. I think we're low census. Usually my hospital has like between 730 and 770 patients, and I think we have a little over 800 beds in my hospital. We're at like 650 something right now, or maybe it was lower than that. Maybe it was in the 500s, but we've really done a lot. I've done anything. The hospital has really done a lot to minimize the number of people in the hospital, which reduces the number of people that are potentially exposed, reduces the workload for staff that may be already super stressed out, and also makes more beds available for the moment when the shit hits the proverbial fan. I hope that that doesn't happen anytime soon. Hope we can avoid it altogether. But all you little assholes running around, having a good time, going to your friends' houses, you need to knock that shit off, because all your little friends just came back from spring break or whatever, and yes, I'm addressing young people because y'all are out of control. Stay home. Your life is easier than it's ever been to be on quarantine. You have internet. You have basically the whole world at your fingertips. Stay the fuck home so that you don't get it from your grubby little friends that aren't showing symptoms, because right now young people are a huge number of people that are contracting this virus. And why? Is it because I think they're more susceptible immune-wise? Probably not. But are y'all getting it in high numbers? Probably. So stay home. don't have game night, don't go over to your buddies for beers, don't barbecue, just do it, just stay home. Yeah, I'm also gonna pull my hair back. Less hair in my face means I'm less likely to touch my face. So I'll pull this back up in a clip. It's barely long enough to do that. It's not all up in my face. Well, there are still people out and about, but there's dramatically less traffic than there normally would be this time of day. So I am now running late. Not really late, but I have about 17 minutes to get from where I'm sitting right now up onto my unit and into report. It's gonna be a mad dash. Hopefully, I don't know, I don't even know what the screening is right now, so we'll see. Okay, maybe I'm a freak, but that got my heart ticking a little bit. I got off the elevator, and coming up behind me, there was a patient in a wheelchair, and then 2 security guards, and both of them had face shields on. What the fuck was that all about? My shoes were all squished from being in the cubby. All right, so these are work shoes. I can put these on without touching them. I took the laces out, and these are gonna go here. Quarter to 10, and I'm grabbing a little snacky snack right before I get an admission. Taking an end-of-life patient that's gone comfort today. All my other patients at one point had the flu, but they don't anymore, and they're just waiting for everything to be okay for them to get the hell out of here. And I can't get my lunch bag open one-handed, so. And I wrapped my little mini ham sandwiches in tinfoil so I can eat them without touching them. All right, a lot of work. Apparently there's a giant light right above me. All right, so shoes are changed. Sanitizing my hands before I touch my steering wheel. And then I basically wiped everything that I have with alcohol wipes. So now I'm gonna wipe down my telephone, edges, back, side, and pop socket. Don't forget to clean your pop sockets or your rings or loops or whatever the hell you use to not drop your phone. And with that, I am decontaminated as much as I can be, and I'm going home and going to bed. So, over and out. Let's hope this shit doesn't get too much wilder. It will.